You're listening to the Doctor Is In podcast, brought to you by MartinClinic.com. During the episode, the doctors share a lot of information. As awesome as the info may be, it is not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease. It's strictly for informational purposes.
Dehydration is very serious, and that's why I want to talk to you today about that condition. I see it all the time in the office. Where people are dehydrated, they don't know it. Unfortunately, there is no flashing light on their head that tells you that you're dehydrated. That's an unfortunate thing because a lot of people do not realize the importance of hydration. So I want to go over that this morning. We just want to talk about several reasons why you want to hydrate properly. Now listen, only water is water. Your body is made to drink water. Yes, you can get water in coffee, you get water in tea, you get water in juice. I understand all that. But only water is water. So anything else that you use to hydrate yourself, it doesn't mean it won't work to some extent, but your body, what it needs is water. So when I talk about dehydration, the way to fix it is not with Gatorade or Powerade or any of those, usually very sugary drinks, but by actually hydrating with water. Okay? So let me go over several reasons. Then I will tell you how much water you should be drinking generally, and this is what I found. Now listen, there's a lot of research out, and the reason I'm talking about this morning is that a study just came out recently. Over 20,000 men and women were studied for several years, and people that drank water, about 5 glasses of water a day on average, were 50% less likely to have a heart attack or stroke. Now that is incredible. Like aspirin can't give you that. No medication on the universe can give you that kind of protection. Just water. And again, like I say, only water is water, okay? And so let's go over some of the things. Now, obviously, heart disease, we just talked about it. One of the biggest problems in heart disease and stroke is dehydration. Now, again, most people have no idea that they're dehydrated. They don't feel it, they don't sense it, so they think they don't need to drink. And the vast majority of people don't drink water at all or very little. And this is a big problem because in your blood vessels, we talk about viscosity of blood. What is that? The thickness of blood. And that makes you much more likely if you have thick blood. And most people do. When they have thick blood, there's less viscosity. The blood vessels get clogged up. People think of cholesterol. It's not cholesterol. A lot of times it's just simply water. So water helps with even lowering your blood pressure. Water helps with remember, your blood has to go through 60,000 miles of blood vessels, 1.5 times around the equator. And your heart works crazy hard if you're dehydrated. So this is why it's important to drink water, and most other drinks will actually make you dehydrated. They won't hydrate you like water does. So just simply water for heart disease. Isn't that important? Think about that. Still the number one killer in society today is heart disease. Now, secondly, one of the biggest things is your kidneys. I always tell my patients, listen, your kidneys are like Niagara Falls. It's one of the greatest detox organs that you have is your kidneys. And what accumulates in the kidneys is toxins. And this is why treat your kidneys like Niagara Falls. You want to flow that water over all the time. Oh, Dr. Martin, I might have to go pee. If I drink too much, I'm going to pee. Well, pretend you're a dog, and every time you see a fire hydrant, pee. Because, listen, your kidneys need it. But not only your and listen, just by drinking water, you will, if you substitute juice and soda with water. And it's a habit. You have to get used to it. It takes you about 3 weeks. All habits are formed within about 3 weeks. So, Doc, I don't like water. I don't like the taste of water. There's no taste of water. Well, it's amazing how you can change that ability. So in your kidneys, you want to flush those toxins out. It's a great detoxer, and there's nothing like it. And then secondly, ladies, especially you, for urinary tract. This is a big trouble with urinary tract infections. Yes, probiotics are important, but one of the biggest things is water, because what happens when you don't, and a lot of women, especially with low levels of progesterone, they do not empty their bladders properly. And this is why, because women are, if they're working or whatever, they can't get to the washroom, like you don't want to be up every 5 minutes. I understand that. The problem is if you don't empty that bladder frequently, it causes E. coli to sit in the bladder. It gives you a urinary tract infection. And the other one is bladder cancer. The biggest thing in bladder cancer is yeast, and yeast will sit and form in moisture, and especially when you're not emptying that bladder properly. So remember, water will decrease your risk of all sorts of heart disease. I mean, simply water, vitamin W, I call it. It's so important. One is heart, 2, kidney, 3, the bladder, the urinary tract, and fourthly, the colon. Think of the colon, okay? Because your risk of colon cancer goes up big time if you don't drink enough. You want to flush. Always people talk to me, Doc, I need fiber. Well, the best fiber in the world is not, salad. The best fiber in the world is water, right? It's water. There's nothing that flushes and cleans the toxins out of your bowel like water. And a lot of people think, I'm not having enough fiber in my diet. No, it's because you're not drinking enough water to be able to clean out that bowel, and you will lower your risk of colon cancer big time if you just drink water. And then, like I said, in a minute we'll get to a lot of people are constipated because they don't drink enough water. They're waiting for, I don't feel thirsty. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for that. It's amazing what happens. Once you start drinking water, within a couple of weeks, you will notice that now your thirst mechanism kicks in. Don't wait till you're thirsty. Look at your urine. It should be clear. Obviously, your first morning urine's not going to be clear. That's when all your toxins are coming out of your kidneys and overnight. And that's normal. You want to make sure that you're getting enough water, that your urine is clear. Okay? Only water is water. Now, the other thing is your immune system. Think about what I'm saying here. Water really helps the immune system, because what it does is that it actually it detoxes you. All your your body knows how to fight cancer, but you've got debris, you have toxins. I talked to you about your kidneys. The other place is in the bowel, where all those toxins set up and they're ready to go and out, but you need enough water. This is what helps your immune system the most. Okay, so this is really important. Those are several reasons to drink water. Here's one more. Listen to what I'm saying, the vast majority of people that get headaches. Now, ladies, if you get a headache, it's almost for sure hormonal. But the vast majority of people that get headaches are having trouble with dehydration. It's one of the signs that the inflammation in the brain is because you don't drink enough water. Okay, so how much water? This is my clinical experience after 45 years. People on average should be drinking 2 liters of water a day. Now, if you know me, I get up in the morning, the first thing that I do, all I want to do is drink coffee, but I do not allow myself to have a coffee until I've had a half a liter of water a day. So I recommend 2 liters of water a day, and it's a habit. Every morning, 7 days a week, Dr. Martin gets up and has a half liter of water every day. You want to put a little bit of lemon in there? A little bit, like that is wonderful for you. You want to put a little pinch of celery juice or whatever in your water, just because celery, I love celery. But if you want to, but lemon is wonderful, okay? You don't have to do it, but it is wonderful. It makes you alkaline. People ask me this almost on a daily basis, is it worth filtering your water? Absolutely. So if you want to get it out of your tap, make sure you filter it, because you want all the fluoride, all the chemicals. I know in Sudbury they put literally thousands of chemicals in the water here in Sudbury. So you need to filter that. You don't need to spend a lot of money with a filter. And, another thing people ask me about all the time is whether they should buy these expensive alkalining machines. Look, if you want to, go ahead, but you can make alkaline water by putting a pinch of Himalayan salt. Put a pinch of Himalayan salt, pink salt, into your water, and you've made it alkaline. You changed the pH of it, big time. Now, how about carbonated water, okay, like Perrier and whatever? Look, I like that stuff. That's sort of my treat. I like a Perrier or whatever, but that's not water in that sense. It's carbonated water. Now, it's all right. It's not bad for you, but it's more acidic. Carbonated water is acidic. So just, and how do you like your water? You like hot water? I know people that drink water like it's a coffee or whatever. I feel sorry for them. I love coffee. But no, that's all right. I don't care if it's hot or cold. Cold water is a little bit of advantageous, because cold water, what it does, it actually stimulates your metabolism in weight loss. I always tell my patients that want weight loss, make sure you're drinking cold water. The first one in the morning should be very cold, because that's how you start stimulating that metabolism to start burning off extra stored fuel. So don't spend a fortune on water, but I love mineral water, spring water. These are good waters because they have their electrolytes in there already, and this is very, very good for you. So 2 liters, shoot for that. Okay, some people, when I work out, I'm drinking another at least half liter to liter extra, but make your basis about 2 liters of water a day. And only water is water.
You've reached the end of another Doctor is In podcast with your hosts, Dr. Martin Jr. and Sr. Be sure to catch our next episode, and thanks for listening.